Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are an old friend, then welcome back. If you have not already, would you please, if you don't mind, like the video, share the video, or the channel as a whole. It would be greatly appreciated. I really do enjoy coming on here and doing these readings for you, and I hope that it is as beneficial to you as it is to me, because it really does give me something to focus on, to kind of distract me really from some of the stuff that I have going on at any given point in my life, which, you know, I have been on a journey for a while now. And I mean, really, I was on a journey before I knew I was on a journey. But I've known that I've been on a journey for at least 4 years now. And it's hard. Every day, wondering when it's finally going to be over, because we are promised the victory. And just kind of wondering, when's that day finally come? Or is it just a dangling carrot that we never actually get to see and have, tangibly. Anyway, I feel a little bit like, you always have to have faith, right? Faith over fear, and you have faith, and then God will provide the proof, right? That's kind of how I know things to be. And it's, it's accurate in how things have played out in my life. I always, had faith and believed in God. And then, after years and years and years of struggle, God, showed up and proved that God was real. And that's when things are really ramped up, right? Okay. And I feel like things are starting to come to a conclusion. I feel is at the point that we're at. We're getting there. You know what I mean? Destined for greatness. So if you are like me, feeling like, is it ever going to end? Know that yes, it does, and modern day, Christianity will tell you that, just like Allah, and Muslims, that when you die, that's when you get to go to heaven. That's when you get all the good stuff. But I'm here to tell you that's a lie. The real, true God doesn't want you to have to wait for your blessings and your happiness. You may go through periods of struggle and depression and sadness, but that ultimately what you are fighting for in this world is to have heaven on earth, happiness in this life, in this world, not the next, right here and right now. And I think that so many people have lost sight of that, or never really figured it out to begin with. So know that yes, the struggle is real, but the victory is as well. You will live to see the victory in your own life. Tower. Because honestly, what's the point? What's the point in doing all this work and battling all of this? Fixing. If you don't get to experience it. Because to be honest, every time we come back asleep, right? We have to reawaken. And what if you don't awaken? And how will you ever really know if power if you actually got what you were fighting for, if you don't get to see it in this life. The proof is in the pudding, you know? And, you know, and we're not accepting anything less anymore either. Changing the world one good decision at a time. Good witch. Rise. Thy will. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, right? Bringing heaven to earth. It's when you get to be free. Here, your spirit, and your body get to be free here in this life. Okay, so let me see. Breathe. It is important to slow down, to meditate, to control your breathing. And it's like God says, I am the breath. You know what I mean? So it's like, take a minute to just breathe. And sometimes you'll realize that God is there. And God has always been there. A tall tale. Now this could be a story having been told out of context or made out to be more grandiose than it actually was. Or it could just be your story. Finger. Mending and clean it up. So one of the things that we have to realize is that in this world, in this life, sometimes you are your greatest challenge. Changing the way you think. Going from being an inherently negative person to a purposefully positive person. To mend yourself and others and your mind and your life. You know, God won't do everything for you. Sweet dream. You have to help yourself. But God will help those who help themselves. So once you realize that you have the power by changing your mind and the decisions that you make and being a good, positive person and using your magical powers for good to fix things that have been broken or torn down, because you are destined for greatness, you will rise if you want to. I'm getting that you're going to be able to rest. If you have had trouble sleeping because your mind is constantly focused on all these things that you're constantly battling mentally and spiritually, you know, God is stepping in. God is helping you, and you're going to be able to sleep easy once again. It may be better than you ever have before. profession. And it's the number one. Expertise, omniscience, and talent. Introvert, privacy, separate, online community. I'm getting that you are like a master of your own mind. You know, the universe is mental. We all co-create the universe with the universe. That's kind of why it's important that we all do the work, you know? Because the more of us that step up and say, you know what, I'm not happy with my life and the way that it is, and so I'm going to do whatever I need to change it. Starting with me, you know, and making better choices. And the more that you do that, the more that other people are going to see you doing that. They might get upset with you. They might try and stop you, but eventually they're going to see what good it's done for you. And then they're going to want to be like you. And that's how you change the world. Passion, unpredictability, adventure, magic, a new beginning. You know, being willing to take a risk, having the passion and the courage to just go after what it is that you want has brought in a new beginning for you. And open up to a whole new world, you know, of endless possibilities. That you can, whatever you want to be, whatever you can dream it, you can be it, you know. The possibilities are endless. When you no longer limit yourself to who you used to be or who others wanted you to be, and you do what you want to do, not what others want you to do. Three of Cups. Celebrating sisterhood, new community, taking the time to look up and appreciate the vastness of the universe and where we come from and how it all works. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I'm throwing caution to the wind. You know? And being willing to go down the road, no matter how long it takes to get there. Knowing that you're going to get there. Yep, see? Ace of Swords. Knowing with all your heart that no matter where you're going to get there. You're going to get there in this life. You're going to have your breakthrough. You're going to achieve your goals. And you don't have to feel guilty for walking away. You don't have to feel guilty for walking away. You don't have to feel guilty for disappointing others. You don't have to feel guilty for doing what's best for yourself. Four of Swords. For allowing yourself to be able to rest and have peace of mind and stability. For nurturing yourself. You had to put an end to the old way of doing things, and it hurt. It hurt. It hurt you. It hurt others, but it had to be done. It had to be done. It had to be done. The cycle had to be completed. And you did it. I'm just feeling a lot of like past tense stuff here. But happiness. Happiness is what's coming. Happiness is the future. Happiness is the reason, you know? At some point, you had to wake up and admit to yourself and others that you were not happy. And then you had to get on your journey to find your happiness. Curb your distractions. I'm getting that you're in the final stretch. And the devil is always going to try and send you that last-ditch effort to stop you. Don't get distracted. Don't let anyone or anything distract you from what you're working towards. Get out of jail free card. You are about to get out of jail, right? This prison, this hell, this torture that you've been in, you're almost there. You're almost free. You've got the card in your hand. You're waiting for your turn in line to just walk out the door, to open the gates and walk right out. And feed forward, right? Yeah. Moving forward. You're right there. You're right there. You're at the gates. It's like you're at the gates of heaven. It's like you've been in hell. You found the gate to heaven. And you're just waiting for your turn to hand your ticket to open up those gates. Universe. fulfillment of wishes. The universe is here waiting to fulfill your every wish. It's been waiting for you. It just needed you to get to this point, to go through the process of rising, the ascension, the spiritual journey, all of it. You have experienced conflict and defeat. And you did it silently. You suffered in silence for so long. And it helped to make you who you are today. It has given you power beyond measure, infinite power. It's like you have proven to the universe that you are worthy. High Priestess, Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, you were in hell, and you knew it. You knew you were in hell. And you knew you didn't deserve to be there. And so you fought your way out. You worked long and hard. You protected yourself as you fought every step of the way. Because nobody wanted you to get out. Nobody wanted you to make it out. But you did. And the universe did. You know, the universe was rooting for you the whole time. I don't think a lot of people reach this status of ascension that you have. It's almost like you've mastered being a high priestess of both darkness and light. You know? King of Swords. I feel like it's like Archangel Michael, you know, but like, it's like you embodying or channeling Archangel Michael. It's like you became Archangel Michael in the flesh, battling over heaven and earth in the flesh. Battling good and evil. And you won. The 10 of Cups is here. It's yours. It's happiness, sunshine, it's rainbows. It's a happy ending. It is the happy ending. It is your happy ending. It's here. This is what you get to live out the rest of your days. You made it to heaven on earth. Not many people can do that. It's remarkable. It's special. You are special. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. This could be representative of the devil that you had to fight. But as I said in the beginning, sometimes the person you're fighting is yourself. You have been this stubborn person, unwilling to give up on yourself, unwilling to get aggressive with others who try to stand in your way of you becoming your best self, of you living your best life. People threw everything they could at you. They put you through the fire. And yet, you still succeeded. Broken ring. Parting of the ways in either romance or business. You succeeded in breaking away from the people, places, and things that were causing you harm. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. What else, Spirit? I'd like to close it out now. ET phone home. You had to call in a little help from some friends. Evidence. You took the hard road, less traveled, and paved the way for a brighter future for all. It is evident. You may have had to collect a lot of evidence, to try to remind these people in your life that were holding you back of who you were and what they did to you. But ultimately, it is quite evident to you and everyone else, and especially the universe, that you never shied away from doing what was right even if it was hard. And because you did that, you have not only brought yourself the 10 of Cups, but you have brought more light to the whole world. You are a starseed. And yet you persisted, no matter what they did to you. You never stopped. And now you've reached the point of success. If you haven't gotten it yet, if you're not seeing it manifest in your life yet, the work has already been done. You just have to give it time to show up, because it's here. It's in the energy. It is coming. It took a whole lifetime to fuck it up. Give God some patience while it gets fixed. Like I said, you know, your life got to a point where it didn't look anything like God planned for you. And it took a lot to fix it. A lot of work, a lot of passion, a lot of stubbornness, a lot of help from some friends high up. And like I said, if you're not feeling it or seeing it just yet, know that it's here. Just give it a little more time. It's coming. You'll see it. Essential oils. I'm getting this as, you know, it could be taken literally as, you know, like essential oils, you know what I mean? Like, also that you are essential. You are essential to the universe, to the world, to God. But I'm also getting the oil, like the oil of anointing, the oil that is secreted when the third eye is opened. If this has resonated with you, but you don't really know what I'm talking about yet, it's not too late for you. Start learning. Start researching about the things that I have mentioned here, like ascension and spiritual journeys, star seeds. Because this could be your story. This might be a future reading for you. Save it and come back to it later. And for those of you who already know, I am right there with you. And I cannot wait to see what life looks like from here on out. Congratulations. Thank you for going through this with me and for me, as I have for you. I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I hope, if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time. And if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the video and or the channel.